Let's solve this together. It says x squared minus x cubed is equal to 80. We're required to solve for x in this question. Okay? Now, first thing we can do here is to say that we can factor out x squared from this side. So we have x squared into 1 minus x equals 80. Now, outline the multiples of 80. We have 40 times 2. We have 20 times 4. We have 10 times 8. We have 5 times 16. We have 1 times 18. Okay? So, we can do something here. We can say that x squared should be greater than 1 minus x. Okay? Now let's find the perfect square here amongst these multiples. The first perfect square is 4. And the second perfect square is 16. Now we're going to test for 20 and 4, and for 5 and 16. Substituting it here, check if we will get 80 or we will get this equation. Now for 4, if this place is 4, then here should be 20. Okay, x squared should be 20 and here should be 4. Okay, for 4. So we have that our x squared is equal to 20. Now we're going to test for 1 minus x. If x squared is equal to 20, this implies that what? This implies that x is equal to plus or minus square root of 20. Okay, now likely for us to get a number that is positive, that's 80, we have to make this we have to take the minus square root. So minus square root of 80. So we have 1 minus square root of 80 of 20 rather. This is now 1 plus root 20. And 1 plus root 20 is a decimal number, it's not a whole number. So we are not going to get 4. Let's try for 16 and 5. So we have that x squared will be equal to 16, and we're required to find what? So if x is equal to 16, we have that x is equal to plus or minus 4. We have to find 1 minus x. Okay? Now, if x squared is equal to, if x is equal to plus or minus 4, let's take the negative answer for x here. So we have 1 minus 4. So this is now 1 plus 4, which is equal to 5. And that is the other multiple. Hence, we can conclude here that the first answer we've gotten for x so far is that x is equal to what? Negative 4. Okay? So, that's just the first answer. Let's find the remaining 3 answers for this equation. Okay, moving on from here. We are going to have, we can bring down this and write this equation as x cubed minus x squared plus 80 equals 0. Okay? Now we have that our x here is equal to negative 4. If you put this over to this other side, we have that x minus or x plus 4 now is equal to 0. This is a factor of this equation. Okay? If this is a factor of this equation, it means we can divide this factor. You can divide this equation by these factors to get the other factor. Okay? So we have x cubed. Now I want to write in descending order. We have minus x squared. The next thing that should be is what? X, but there is no x here, so I put plus 0x. And then I have plus 80. Now this is divided by x plus 4. X cubed into x is x squared. When you multiply, you have x cubed plus 4x squared. Subtracting, we have minus times plus is minus, so we have minus 5x squared plus 0x. When we divide, we have minus 5x. When you multiply, you have minus 5x squared again. This times this is what? Minus 20x. When you subtract, you have, this becomes positive 20x. And then we have plus 80 here coming down. 20 into this is plus 20. 20 into this is 20x plus 80. And this should give us 0. Okay? So this is the second factor when we divide this by this. Now let's move on from here. Now we say when we multiply these two things, we should get 0. Hence, it means that it's either that this is equal to 0 or this is equal to 0. So it's either that for this to be equal to 0, so for x plus 4 to be equal to 0, it means that x is equal to negative 4, which we've gotten in the beginning as our x1. Okay? Now the next thing we're going to have is that x squared minus 5x plus 20 equals 0. Okay. Now if this is the case, we're going to have that we will use the quadratic formula to solve this. Using the quadratic formula, we have that x here will be equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a, where a is the coefficient of x squared, b is the coefficient of x, and c is the constant term. So x here should be equal to minus times minus 5 is plus 5 plus or minus square root of 5 squared is 25 minus 4 times 20 is minus 80 times 1 is still minus 80 all over 2 times 1, which is 2. This is equal to 5 plus or minus root of negative 55 all over 2, okay, which is equal to 5 plus or minus root of negative 55 is nothing as what? I root 55 divided by 2. So this is our x2 and x3 respectively. So x2 is 5 plus and then x3 is 5 minus. Okay, so these are the answers for x in this question. I hope it makes sense. Thanks for watching.
What's going on, guys? It's Fortune here editing this video. As you can see, about 99% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel, so please subscribe, like, comment, and share my videos, as this helps to push my videos out to more viewers out there. The more you subscribe, the more viewers can see my videos, the more we grow in this community. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.